Happy Wednesday. Growth and the pursuit of better and betterment of your life does not come easy. It's a process. It's a humiliating process at times. Sometimes, you're put in a position where maybe you're not ready to grow, but you have to grow, or you're just not gonna feel like you are an adult, or you're not gonna feel like you're ready for certain trials in your life, or things in your life. Maybe it's success, maybe, cognitively you haven't grown enough to deserve a certain level of success or respect from other people. So, this is an interesting video, and the reason why I consider it so interesting is because a while ago, I'm not gonna go into time frames because things like this kind of come and go when it comes to my life. A while ago, I would have kind of cared about these kind of things, but now I don't really. Once I really learned how to let go of expectations and people, I can observe things and just see what happens and disconnect myself from the emotions of it, because it really doesn't matter if it's not taking food off my kids' plate, if it's not taking food off my partner's plate, if it's not making them upset or making them have to worry and put me in a stressful mindset. I really don't care. I'm a selfless person. I put my, responsibilities to my family above myself. So that's why I say, if it's not affecting them, and really most of the time it's not affecting me, because, I'm not gonna say that I'm, numb to reality, but, it just, I guess I just don't care. I have so much on my plate every day that I don't have time to worry about problems and problematic people or problematic situations unless it's something that's deducting from, my partner and my kids' livelihood or mine. So what I want to talk quickly about today is, when you have friends, okay? When you have people in your life, you have to remember that your friendship is in a state of flux all the time, especially if you are in a friendship with people who have higher levels of intelligence than you, higher levels of ability than you. You may do things or say things that they may look at and analyze from a different perspective and a different understanding than you would. Oftentimes, we are put in situations where we have to question our friends' behavior towards us because they may do things or say things that don't necessarily align with the way that we treat them. And they may, in all actuality, rub us the wrong way. As a friend, it is our responsibility to monitor the things that come out of our mouth. Monitor the way that we choose to treat our friends if we want them to remain our friends. Friendships aren't easy. Friendships aren't easy. They're just going to, friendships are going to be tough. If your friends are going through hard times, you're going to have to watch what you say to your friends. If your friends are in a stressful environment, or their life may not be the same way that yours is, you may not be able to talk to them about certain things or say certain things to them because it may spark an aura of negativity in them. They may think that you're poking fun at them. Pretty much what this all comes down to is just a hardcore reality of we have to watch ourselves. We have to be mindful of the reality that everyone doesn't think like us. Everyone's not going through the same kind of experiences that we're going through. Everyone's not going to react to those experiences the same way that we react. And so we have to always be thinking ahead. We have to always be looking at these situations and these occurrences from not only our perspective, but also our friend's perspective. If you want to maintain a friendship with someone, if you want someone to respect and value a relationship with you, you are going to have to play ball from an empathetic role. You're not going to be able to just say whatever you want whenever you want to your friend. You're not going to be able to poke fun at your friend all of the time, because a higher level of relationship requires a higher level of thinking and adaptation. Our friends are expecting us to feel them. Our friends are expecting us to nurture them in a time of need. Our friends aren't expecting tough love all the time. Our friends aren't expecting us to put our, happiness before their sadness all of the time. When you have friends, you're gonna have to endure good times and bad times with them. Sometimes it may be the good times. Sometimes it may be the bad times. Our friends are going to expect us to learn, adapt and learn as they go. Your friend may not be, you may have been friends with this person when they had nothing. And now they may be an owner of a big company. They may be a corporate, entity or a CEO of a big corporation, a big time entrepreneur. That person's not going to be communicating and thinking the way that they used to think. So maybe there's things that you can't say to that person, or ways that you cannot portray that person to other people, or the things you cannot bring up and talk about because that person may think, well, is this person really happy for my growth? Does this person really want to see me advance in my life? These are all things that we have to take into account if we really want to have strong relationships with people that we grow older with, that we spend years with building a relationship. Does this matter with acquaintances? Maybe. Some acquaintances probably aren't even going to ask for this kinds of stuff from, another acquaintance. But tight friendships require a higher-minded adaptation. They require us to, peel away our own needs and become selfless at times. They're going to require us to put someone else's feelings before we put our own sometimes. They're going to require us to have an understanding of when someone may not want to be the person that we want them to be. But we shrug that off and we, accept that person for who they are at that time and what they may be going through. So I know it's all over the place. I know it's off the wall, but sometimes the videos are just like this. Sometimes videos are just meant to make you think, because sometimes I'm just thinking. Sometimes I'm just going through things because this is what I see. This is what I recognize, and I like to process things. I'm in leadership. I'm getting my doctorate in leadership. So, when I love analyzing behavior. I love analyzing people. I love having the opportunity to see what people, how people react and how people deal with daily stresses. I like seeing how people adapt to life and how they deal with life's, roadblocks and struggles. But what's very important in life is having friends that feel you, having friends that adapt to your life with you, and you do the same for them. Happy Wednesday.